In today's news, $7 million earmarked for airport and seaport infrastructure. National Business Bureau to return in 2024. Financial Services Commission to implement initiatives to preserve industry. And that could make Magistrates Court costlier, says attorney. Viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
Welcome viewers to the Friday, November 24th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Leading today's news to facilitate the continued growth of the tourism sector, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Whitley has emphasized the need to invest in supporting infrastructure like airports and seaports. He made a statement while delivering the 2024 budget, which is said to be around $382.67 million.
For our industry to continue growing, it needs the supporting infrastructure. The upgrade and expansion of the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport to handle increased passenger arrivals and larger aircrafts that are capable of bringing in visitors from further distances is critical to the further development of our tourism industry. Similarly, the construction of the new West End Ferry Terminal will make a tremendous contribution to boosting our tourist arrivals and creating business opportunities across our islands, and more so in the western part of the territory. These projects, Madam Speaker, are projects that we must prioritize.
To that end, the newly approved budget has allocated $3 million to fund development projects at the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport. The updates will focus on enhancing capacity, efficiency, safety, facilities, and the overall traveler experience. Additionally, $4 million has been earmarked in the budget to commence constructing the new technologically advanced West End Ferry Terminal.
Hence, Madam Speaker, we are moving forward with plans to expand the TB Lettsome International Airport. Informed by the results of the recent vision and meeting with stakeholders, $3 million has been allocated for development projects at the TB Lettsome International Airport to improve facilities, enhance capacity, safety, efficiency, create jobs, and attract visitors. The government in September 2023 discussed the requirements of our longer-term expansion plans for the airport with the United Kingdom. A request for proposal to secure a consultant to complete the business case for the airport expansion project has been published. The tender submission date is the 29th of December 2023. Government's investment in the expansion of the airport is envisaged to improve the tourism experience and increase arrival numbers with the ease in access to the territory. Madam Speaker, $4 million has been allocated to commence the construction of the West End Ferry Terminal, which will be a technologically driven facility capable of accommodating over 200,000 passengers per year.
The airport's expansion also looks ahead to longer-term plans to transform the airport into a regional hub capable of accommodating larger aircraft and visitors from more distant origins. This dovetails with the recently concluded airport visioning workshop. Moving on, viewers, the National Business Bureau is expected to be reinstated in 2024 after being dormant since 2019. Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Whitley briefly announced the return of the National Bureau during his 2024 budget address on Tuesday. In addition, the Premier said a work management system will be implemented to ensure that nationals benefit from employment opportunities in the territory.
This budget, we will see a work management system that will assist us manage our labor force and ensure that opportunities are there for nationals to have the dignity of a job. We will also see the return of the Business Bureau to assist our small businesses to employ themselves and others and deliver goods and services successfully.
The National Business Bureau was established under the leadership of former Premier Dr. D. Orlando Smith for the development of the micro, small, and medium enterprises sector. A big advocate for the return of the Bureau has been opposition legislator Honorable Myron Walwyn. Upon his return to elected politics in May, Walwyn's first order of business was calling on the government to recognize the need for reinstating the National Bureau, pointing to the need of small businesses for technical support and access to funding and capital.
A shame that have some of us still opened. The business community needs a boost. We must reinstate the National Business Bureau and place it on legislative footing so that it becomes a permanent feature in our governmental system. Businesses need access to capital in the form of low-interest loans and grants, and they need technical support and training. There are many persons, particularly our young people, and I have a lot of them in District 6, who have great ideas but need the support to bring them to life. These are things that a good government should be helping with.
Meanwhile, Premier Wheatley updated residents on the progress of the rated program, stating that more than 700 residents have already benefited from the employment initiative.
I wish to take this opportunity, Madam Speaker, to once again remind persons who may be seeking short-term employment or interested in learning skills that they can enroll in the Registration, Apprenticeship Training, Employment and Development Program, or RATED. So far, over 700 persons have been able to access opportunities to the RATED program, and individuals have even moved on to full employment, some of them. This program will continue to be developed in 2024.
Up next, the Financial Services Commission to implement initiatives to preserve the industry, and local attorney says Magistrates Procedural Act could make the Magistrates Court costlier than the High Court. With these and more stories, after a word from our sponsors.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
This November, the sun rises on the northernmost island of the Virgin Islands and shines over an unforgettable 3-day experience. The Caribbean's most anticipated food festival, the ADAEJAH Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November, the island's best restaurants present their best lobster dishes and other delicacies while you and 3,000 of your closest friends soak up the sun. Enjoy music from top bands, seaside activities, and win awesome prizes. There's nothing quite like the ADAEJAH Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November. Book a room or catch a boat and be there. You'll see it's the taste and fun you need.
Only in Anigada, it's the best you will ever. It's a fun time together. Wanted to last forever.
Black Friday just got better at VI Motorsports Point on Virgin Gorda. Join us on Friday, November 24th from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. for the ultimate Black Friday sale. Score big with a whopping 20% off the entire store. Yes, you heard that right. 20% off on vehicle parts, tires, filters, tools, batteries, and all your favorite car accessories at VI Motorsport Point. But wait, there's more. Spend $20 or more and get a chance to win a 55-inch smart TV, a 10th generation Apple iPad, $100 gift certificate from VI Motors, $100 gift certificate from CTL, or one night stay at the View Hotel. This isn't just a sale, it's a celebration. We're bringing the party to you with delicious food, refreshing drinks, and lively music. This Black Friday, make VI Motors Parts Point your destination for incredible savings, fun, and a chance to snag that fabulous 55-inch smart TV. Mark your calendars, Friday, November the 24th, from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Drive into savings, rock into the festivities, and win big. Only at VI Motors Parts Point on Virgin Gorda.
Welcome back, viewers. In the recently delivered budget address by Leader of Government Business, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, he spoke to the need of protecting the financial services industry, as it is the territory's top revenue earner. The Minister of Finance said he expects the financial services industry to remain the territory's main source of income in years to come, and believes for this goal to be achieved, his government must take proactive measures to protect and preserve the integrity of the industry.
Measures are being put in place to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of collecting revenues that are owed to government. These include the electronic tax system known as SIGTAS, as well as pending policy decisions on good standing certificates. Madam Speaker, a consistent priority for government is defending existing revenue earners. Madam Speaker, the financial services industry is the government's primary revenue generator, and this is not expected to change in the medium term. Therefore, we must take proactive measures to protect and preserve the integrity of this industry in the Virgin Islands in order to continue to be a leader in the financial services industry. The Financial Services Commission continues to invest in enhancing the efficiency of their processes, which would centralize information and improve regulatory functions.
Well, to aid in attaining its goal, Premier Wheatley said the Financial Services Commission is seeking to strengthen its processes.
The FSC plans to undertake the following strategic initiatives in 2024. Implement the Register of Persons with Significant Control. Develop and advance the implementation to modernize and upgrade Virgin. Fully implement the supervision framework for virtual asset service providers. Commence the co-monitoring function with the Virgin Islands Deposit Insurance Corporation. And implement the Basel II plus regulatory framework.
Additionally, he shared some of the Commission's strategic initiatives.
Madam Speaker, BVI Finance is working tirelessly on the local and global front to protect the reputation of the territory as a world leader in financial services. In addition, in 2024, BVI Finance plans to promote the products and services offered by the Virgin Islands by, among other things, attending conferences such as the BVI Asia Trade Mission, hosting a FinTech of the Seas event to market BVI digital assets, products and services, and launching various reports including BVI Business Insight magazine, digital asset brochure, and Beyond Globalization, the British Virgin Islands' contribution to global prosperity in an uncertain world.
Premier Wheatley also spoke to the ongoing threats to the industry and how the territory must come together to collectively combat these threats.
In addition to the threats already mentioned, this jurisdiction continues to face challenges from the European Union listing, global and regional competition, global minimum tax, negative international media reports, and OECD peer review. It is why, Madam Speaker, I reiterate that we must take proactive measures to protect and preserve the integrity of the financial services industry in the Virgin Islands and to maintain our competitive edge.
Daniel Fligglestone Davies, lawyer and managing partner at Silk Legal Inc., recently joined 284 Media's Jacka Wedding to discuss the contents of the Virgin Islands Magistrates Code of Procedure Act 2023. Davies aimed to raise public awareness about the act, including cost adjustments that have made some magistrates' proceedings more expensive than the High Court.
It's a very important document because it will fundamentally change our constitutional right to access to justice and access to the court. But I'll leave you to get into that momentarily.
All right. Take me through your concerns in this regard, of course, and what exactly are those changes expected to come should this document be passed to the House of Assembly?
Okay, so for your listening audience, what's being passed is something called the Magistrates Code of Procedure Amendment Act of 2023. It doesn't change the procedures in the Magistrates Court, but it increases fees, and in some instances, those fees surpass the fees that the High Court charges for filing of certain documents. And that is, of course, a major concern. But the concern really is more along the lines that, it's okay to increase the fees, but perhaps not as much as what is being proposed here. Mm-hmm. That is really my take. I understand that we need probably more magistrates, that we perhaps need better facilities for our magistrates, and perhaps a name change to maybe a lower court judge rather than a magistrate, which in many countries is a layperson, or in Jamaica, actually, the term magistrate was replaced by a parish court judge. Yeah. And they have parish courts in Jamaica. So I'd really like to see a change along those lines, because their work is very important and it affects everybody's lives. Well, not everybody's, but a lot of people's lives, in terms of knowing that they have access to justice at an affordable rate.
Beyond highlighting the Act's financial ramifications, the lawyer also put forth suggestions for operational improvements at the Magistrates Court level.
I think that the limit of $10,000 needs to be lifted to $25,000. They have it like that in the Cayman Islands, I believe. Okay. And Caymanian dollars are actually worth more than a US dollar. Mm-hmm. So I would suggest raising the limit to $25,000 and increasing the amount of costs that a person can recover. So what are costs? Costs are essentially the expenses that one expends to litigate their case, mm-hmm. and can include lawyer fees, or does include lawyers' fees. So currently the limit is $2,000. But with all of these fees, plus lawyers' fees, people are going to be seriously out of pocket, mm-hmm. Litigating these matters if they choose to have a lawyer. And it is advisable to have a lawyer. Mm-hmm. Even if you're a lawyer, it's advisable to have a lawyer, because a lawyer who has himself as a client has a fool for a client. That's a very common saying that we have among ourselves. So yes, lifting the limit to about $25,000 is certainly something that I can see being of great benefit to the people of the Virgin Islands. Perhaps this thing as well, not having to pay $20 for an affidavit. Okay. That's what the High Court charges. Your Magistrates Court, you're supposed to be you're not supposed to be as expensive as the High Court. You're of a lower level, as it were. It shouldn't be that expensive. But generally, that's my thought for now. I think it can do with I think it should have a bit more, the rules of the Magistrates Court should be set out much more clearly. They have some rules in the Magistrates Code of Procedure rules, but it's absolutely lacking. It's absolutely lacking. It's very simple, not very substantive, It's best that you have rules so people know what is going to happen, and what. It's best to have rules so that people know what's going to happen, what to expect, what's going to happen at different stages of the
they're
procedure.
More informed coming into the process.
So essentially, that is what I'm looking for as well.
Up next, some sporting news. ADAEJAH commits to the University of Georgia. In local football news, we also see Sugar Boys continuing to lead in the National Football League. With these stories, when 284 News return.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of it. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come. Yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. What are they? You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Insurance. Good like that.
The push was to understand whatever we need in the second district or whatever we need even in the Virgin Islands, we have the capacity, we have the resources, we have the knowledge.
We have to improve our primary health care. What we have seen over the years, anybody could tell you this, we have seen a decline in the level of primary health care. That is the clinics.
I think party politics, political agendas, after April the 24th should have been put aside.
How do you move government resources? How do you better understand the system? How do you get your piece in there first and so on to make sure that you get the most?
Folks will hear things about what we have in mind to get done for the district very soon.
The government who is responsible for all of these policies and programs, they're the ones who really have the handle for all of these things.
We saw the challenges in terms of how those funds were being misused and mismanaged, and we need to ensure that we have a transparent system in place to ensure that persons who need help are able to get help.
We are not going to be able to attract the kind of investment that I just talked about, that you and I just talked about, in terms of new money and new business, unless we clean this country up.
This fall, we're bringing you closer to the heart of democracy. Introducing Just for the Record, First 100 Days. We asked elected members of the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands to account for their actions, successes, and shortfalls at this significant milestone since their swearing in. Find out starting Thursday, November 2nd at 8 p.m. Just for the Record, First 100 Days, exclusively on 284 Media.
Welcome back, viewers. The BVI's most decorated junior female athlete, ADAEJAH, has committed to the University of Georgia. The announcement came during a social media live event on Thursday evening. Hodge will join her Montverde Academy colleague Michelle Smith of the United States Virgin Islands, who committed to joining the University of Georgia on Wednesday. The 17-year-old Hodge has been making her name known across the region and the United States of America and has been classified as one of the most promising sprinters in her age group. She had an impressive 2023 track season and most recently represented the territory at the Budapest World Athletics Championships in the 200 meters, where she made the semifinals. Well, Hodge's 2023 season also saw her breaking several records, both at the national and high school level, while competing for her Montverde Academy College as a junior. She set national, high school, and world under 20 indoor records in the 200 meters in March, with a mind-blowing time of 22.33 seconds at the New Balance Nationals indoor event, and returned at the New Balance Nationals outdoor event to win the national championships in 22.64 seconds. Well, ADAEJAH also has been impressive in the 100-meter event as she claimed the third position in the national rankings after clocking a remarkable 11.11 seconds. Both her 100 and 200 meter times secured places among the top 10 times recorded in girls prep history. Well, now to our final story. Whilst the Williams Football Club were romping to a 7-0 win over the Islanders last weekend, the Sugar Boys Club were going quietly about their business in a 1-0 victory over Panthers, which took them to 2 points clear atop the National League standings. Playing at Sunday on the Greenland football field, Williams' victory over the Islanders saw them leading the league standings only for a few hours after goals from Marcus Robinson, James Malley, and Hugo Costa-Liziaro, who each netted 2, and Noel Maxwell, who scored 1 goal. Well, here's a look at those highlights.
I'm too happy so far. Coach, take a seat. He's been on his P's and Q's. Ball get away right in the box. Boy, goodness, this one. It's a goal! Ricochet as they back to 10, back to 11 with it alone. Send it across. Who's there? Oh my goodness, comes out the post. It's shot again on to goal. It's in the back of the net. It's a goal! Warriors 1. Island going back across, finding his player nicely, going down the flank on the right side. Pushing inside, finding Noel. Noel is in the box, the keeper comes off his line nicely. Ball on the ball. Ricochet shot something. It's in the back of the inside. Yes, he can. He does, and send a nice ball inside for number 7 in the box. By himself alone. Send it across. Who is there at the end of it? Oh my goodness, number 10 in attendance. And he's in the back of the net with number 7. Number 7 nicely pushed out, finding number 9. Number 9 taking it deeper. As they send the long ball inside. Who is on the end of it? Wallows, the number 10 player, the man with the hat-trick. Scoring 3 goals so far. Pushes inside. Finding Captain Phil nicely pushes it inside. And the shot comes in again once more. And it's, oh my goodness. From right to left. Back to number 20. Number 20 sees number 7 by himself. Pushes it inside. Number 10 in attendance, but get it inside. Find number 9. Number 9. Pulling up his player. Number 9. Number 9 getting around it. Number 9 taking it, pushing it out and finding number 2 who overlapping. Send a nice ball inside. Finding his shot comes in. 3 will take it down. Ball being bubbles a bit, but handle it nicely and going out to number 2. Number 2 send it deep and high. Let's see if the goalkeeper could bring it down. It's in the back of the net. Make a fumble as the keeper. Pull it.
In the second game at Greenland, Rebels FC handed One Love United a 2-0 defeat after strikes from Mario Carter. Over at the Virgin Gorda Recreation Ground in their doubleheader, Sugar Boys captain Darryl Redhead scored the only goal of the game in the 72nd minute to overcome the Panthers 1-0 and send his team back to the league summit. In the second game played on the sister island, VG United served to notice that they were to be taken seriously in the hunt for the league title this year as they hammered Old Madrid 7-0. And on the back of a quadruple effort from Bernard Cumberbatch, a brace from Levin Williams, and 1 goal from Sheldon Toney. In Wednesday's fixture at Greenland, Islanders FC bounced back from their weekend loss to defeat Rebels FC 5-0. Meanwhile, in the Women's Football League game on Saturday, Rebels Football Club handed Positive a 6-1 defeat. Well, games continue this weekend in both the men's and women's divisions. At the Greenland football field on Saturday, November 25th, there will be a women's league game between VG United and Rebels FC at 6:30 p.m., followed by a men's league fixture between One Love and Lionheart at 8:15 p.m. On Sunday in the doubleheader, also at Greenland, Panthers take on Rebels FC at 6 p.m., followed by a clash between Positive FC and Old Madrid FC at 8:30 p.m. Both games on Sunday will be televised on CCTV Live's channel 284. But over on Virgin Gorda, a women's game between Williams FC and Avengers FC will kick off proceedings at 5:45 p.m., while in the men's, VG United will face Islanders at 8 p.m. On Wednesday, November 29th, Lionheart will face Old Madrid in the final game of the week. Well, that's it, viewers, for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.